Good morning, friends. How are you? I've got my coffee here. It's beautiful Sunday morning here. We had snow falling when I woke up this morning. It was gorgeous out the window. We're supposed to get just a couple of inches, I think, but it's like almost like the first big snowfall of winter here in Southeast Michigan, so I'm excited about it. It helps that I don't have to go out and drive in it. So I hope you all had a really great week. I have been looking forward to our chat all week. I'm so excited to sit down and chat with you all this morning. I'm going to go ahead and apologize for any background noise that you hear. The whole family is home and everyone is just now kind of getting out of bed. I've been up for a while, but all my guys slept in this morning super late. We were up late playing video games last night, so I apologize if you can kind of hear them rustling around. My husband's making coffee. My boys have yet to emerge from their bedrooms, but I feel like it's going to happen any minute, so it might be a little bit of chaos, just Sunday morning chaos here. Hope you guys don't mind. So let's take a minute to check in. Did everyone have a good week? What are you all drinking this morning? Anybody else having coffee with me? I had a really good week. I felt like I was really on top of all of my goals. See, there you go. There's the chaos. My husband's phone's ringing. So I felt like I was really on top of my goals. I did really well with my financial goals this week, staying on top of my budget, which is great because last week I struggled a little bit with that. You guys know. Kept my spending under control. I think I'm under budget overall so far. So that was great. I want to chit chat with you guys a little bit about breaking down goals and making them a little bit easier. Good morning, Erin. Because I think a lot of times we set ourselves up with these really huge goals and they can be difficult to tackle, So I thought we could talk a little bit about breaking things down into more manageable pieces today. And I also thought we could talk a little bit about rewarding yourself when you reach those goals and those milestones. So that's just kind of what I wanted to chat about today. You guys are welcome to chime in the comments and let me know, if there's anything else you'd like to discuss today. Good morning, everyone. Someone from your state won the Powerball. Yes, I saw that. Unfortunately, it was not me. I wish. But yeah, that was pretty big news around here. Did you have a chance to try the blueberry tea? Yes, and I love it. You were so right. I ended up buying the multi-pack because I couldn't find just the blueberry tea, but it's my mission to find a box of just that blueberry because it's delicious. My husband has been drinking the raspberry zinger, though, from the assortment, and that's one of his favorites. Although he said that he thinks they changed it a little bit from when he used to drink it all the time when he was younger because it's not quite as good as it used to be. I haven't tried any of the other fruit flavors, but really do like the blueberry. So thank you for that recommendation, Erin. So I did not get an opportunity to film my weekly weigh-in this week. My filming schedule got a little bit wonky and I had to push some things back, and so I did not get a chance to film that. So I thought we would just do a weigh-in right here, if you guys don't mind. I'll share how I did with my weight loss this week. Y'all okay with that? So I'm going to pull up my app that I use to keep track of my weigh-ins. I use a Fit Index scale, and so I have my little Fit Index app here. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see this, but I weighed in this week at 268.8 pounds, which is incredible because that is over a 3-pound loss from last week.
When they're underweight,
Sorry if you guys can hear my husband. He's on the phone with work. So yeah, 268.8. You guys probably can't see, but I did post a picture of this. a picture of my weigh-in in my Facebook group. So if you're a member of the Facebook group, you already know I had a big loss this week. Yeah, so here's my Weight Watchers app. I've lost, yeah, you guys definitely can't see. I've lost 14.2 pounds total, and it was a loss of 3.6 pounds for the week. So I'm feeling really, really good about that. I had a couple of disappointing weeks where my weight was up a little bit, but it seems like it's moving in the right direction now, so that's awesome. I'm feeling really good, but overall, in terms of my weight loss, I have a long way to go. A long way to go. I need to lose over 100 pounds, I think, in order to get down to like a healthy weight. And when I think about that, it's very, very daunting, and it seems like it's never going to happen, and it's going to take forever. So something that I've talked about a little bit with some of my friends here on YouTube is the idea of breaking that down into smaller pieces and celebrating milestones so that I don't get discouraged. You know, I could be looking at this from a totally different perspective and saying, you know, I've only lost 14 pounds. I don't want to do that. I don't want to think about how I still have, 86 pounds to go or whatever it is. I'm bad at math. You guys know if you watch my budget videos. So I think the way that I have decided to kind of structure my weight loss is to just go in increments of 20 pounds. And so my first big milestone is just like 6 pounds away, which is great. I really want to celebrate those small victories. And I also want to celebrate non-scale victories, things that don't necessarily have anything to do with the number on the scale, but more about, celebrating if I had a good day with my eating and I stayed on plan, or celebrate, that my pants fit better, or that I'm feeling healthier, or that my blood pressure has gone down, or whatever it is. I don't want to focus just on the overall picture, because I feel like I'm going to get a quarter of the way there and it's going to take forever, and I'm just going to get frustrated and quit. And that is the way that I've kind of been tackling all of my goals in general. Having my big overarching goals and working towards them, obviously, but working towards them little bites at a time. Good morning, Bonnie. How are you today? Every day is a step closer to your big goal, one bite at a time. Right, yeah. 3 pounds is a good loss. Thank you, Bonnie. That's a great plan. Thank you. So I feel like we can kind of put that perspective towards all of our goals. You guys know I set some pretty big goals for myself at the start of the year. And I've really been kind of taking it seriously, trying to make progress in all of them. You guys know my word of the year is progress. And so, I'm kind of taking a look at all of my goals and trying to break them down into little pieces so that I can be checking things off the list and be making progress. It's just sort of like the debt snowball. You build the momentum with each little victory. So that's the way that I have been tackling my goals. And if you have goals yourself, I encourage you to break them down that way as well. Cooking my way and such. Good morning. Getting ready for work, but wanted to stop by and say hi. Your video came up on my what to watch. Sorry, I can't stay. You are awesome, by the way. Oh, well, thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great day at work today. Good morning, Beanie. How are you? So yeah, that was just kind of what I wanted to talk about today. Take a look at your goals. Tell me, what is one of your goals, and are you planning on breaking it down into small little pieces and tackling it that way? Or are you going to try to tackle it all at once? One goal that I've been working on that I've been trying to break down into little bits and pieces that I almost feel like I'd be better just kind of tackling it all at once, or at least maybe breaking it down into fewer pieces, is my organization. I have not been doing a very good job of getting my house organized. That was one of my quarter 1 goals. And I thought that I was going to, break it down, not just by room, but by space in each room. Like you guys know, I organized my tea cabinet. And that was really the last thing that I did, because I think I almost broke it down too much, and I kind of decided I was going to tackle one cabinet at a time, and I was going to film the whole process. And every time that I find myself with time to start working on that, I put it off because I don't want to pull out the camera, and I don't want to, go through the trouble of working on it when it's just going to be one little space. So I think maybe I should broaden that goal a little bit and break it down maybe just by room, so that I don't have an excuse. Like I always just say, well, it's just one cabinet, it can wait. So that method, that strategy isn't really working in that case. Jennifer, good morning. So happy to make a live today. Hi. I have 100 pounds to lose too. I am almost right with you. Okay, Bonnie. Well, we can tackle it together. Stopping by while getting ready to take my daughter to get COVID testing before going back on campus after winter break. I also have some errands to run while out. Oh, well, I hope your daughter is healthy. That's how my home organization project has been, working one area at a time. It's overwhelming to think of 5,000 square feet worth of cleaning all at once. Wow, that's a large space. Yeah, I have much smaller space to work with, so I feel like tackling it in a different way will work better for me. Good morning, ladies. Goal: keeping up with cleaning. I'm an all or nothing person, so I either do it all or none of it, like a week and a half. Yeah, Victoria. I feel like some goals you can break down and focus on little bits at a time, and other goals you just gotta tackle head on. Bonnie says, I organized my fridge, but I need to organize my cabinets. I wish I had a pantry. I'm right there with you. I wish that I had a pantry too, where I could keep all of the food in one place. I'm really grateful that we were able to redo our kitchen and create more spaces, but food is just everywhere, and it's really hard to kind of keep it all organized that way. Let's see. The college requires everyone to get tested before returning. Okay, well, I'm glad that she's well. I need to do better with my budget. I did good the first week, but it's been a mess the last couple of weeks. Budgeting is tough. Especially the way that I have found it to be is that I will be on a kick and I will be doing really well with my budget, and everything will be going well, and then I'll hit one little speed bump, and I just want to completely derail all my progress. Yesterday, I was online searching for a Nintendo Switch to buy. I don't have the money for that at all. I just want it. I feel like I've been, on this journey of paying down debt and paying off credit cards for so long, and I've been putting off making purchases and things. I've also actually made quite a few purchases, but that's something that I've wanted for quite a while, that Nintendo Switch. And yesterday I just almost broke down and bought it because I was just tired of waiting, but I caught myself. And I think that is going to be one of the rewards that I allow myself when I hit a certain weight loss milestone. Maybe that'll help, keep me motivated. And it's something I definitely want, so I'll work towards it. And that'll also give me time to save the money for it, so it's not going on a credit card. Let's see. Have you tried Fly Lady? Even if you don't do the zones, the routines and weekly cleaning keep your home in order. Melissa, I did the Fly Lady for a long time. And I used to have a really great cleaning routine. And one day I just sort of fell off of it and never really got back to it. I have videos here on my channel where I showed my cleaning routine. I was working in a different room every day. It wasn't really super like Fly Lady, but that's kind of where I got the motivation for it. And I did really great with that for quite a while. And then I fell off and never really got back to it. So that's definitely something once I get my house kind of decluttered that I want to really focus on, is building a better cleaning routine. Maybe that'll be my second quarter goals. We'll see. I love your kitchen. It is beautiful after the renovations. Thank you so much. Sounds like me. I want an iPad, so I have been looking and thinking about getting one. Yes, Bonnie, those big purchases are tough. I hope that if you decide that that's something that you're going to get, that you're able to, build it into your budget and make it work for you. Have you unsubscribed from email promos yet? Yes. I spent the first couple of weekends of 2021 doing that, going through unsubscribing to a lot of them. There's still a couple that come in randomly, but I got rid of a huge wave of those, and that has really helped with my shopping impulses. I know you've said y'all are limited on space. Do you have anywhere to put a shelving unit, like a utility shelf? I purchased one to help with the lack of pantry. Not really. The only place that I could hang anything like that would be in my little laundry hallway, and that's not where I want to keep my food. So not really a good solution other than just, using what I have and making it work, and just getting used to the idea that that's how it is and that it's going to have to be good enough. That could be a reward for your weight loss, yes. An impulse purchase got my ass this week, spent over $400 in wants. Oh, Victoria. On the one hand, it's good to treat yourself, but when it's not in the plan and it's not budgeted for, that can be tough. What did you buy? Was it worth it? I went yesterday and did some unplanned spending and purchased some things just because I had that itch to shop. And rather than buy myself the Nintendo Switch, I went and I did spend money, but I spent money on things that we needed for the house. Some dishes and things that we've been putting off buying. And that kind of fulfilled my urge to shop and got us the things that we needed. And I can make it work with my budget, so I'm okay with it. Maybe something to consider is setting up a sinking fund for when you just want to shop. I don't know about you guys, but shopping is almost like therapy for me. So I get that urge to shop here and there. And maybe having a sinking fund and just money set aside for that impulse might be a way to combat that problem. I don't know. Definitely something to think about. My husband's laughing at me, you guys. He's often telling me that I am a shopaholic. My Fit Watch, for example, not necessarily a planned purchase. And I do that a lot. I buy things that I didn't really plan on buying, or I planned on buying but didn't plan on buying right now. And I justify it because I can build it into my budget and I can make it work, but that is something that I need to get a better handle on. I feel like we probably would have made a lot more progress on our debt had I not been the type to impulse shop. But there's also something to be said about burnout, right? Like when you have a lot of debt to tackle and it's going to take a long time, going full force towards that and not allowing yourself any sort of relief from that can be overwhelming. And I feel like that is 100% a way to make me quit halfway through. Like, I got to have some kind of enjoyment in between all of the grinding and the debt payoff. As part of my home organization goal, I ended up spending too much at Target on baskets and containers. And see, that's something I could justify as, I think we've figured out I can justify just about anything, but that's something I can justify as a tool to help you get the project done. That's how I justified my Fit Watch. It's a tool to help me in my weight loss journey. To me, it was worth it. I bought a lot of weekly check-ins, washies, and I do my nails at home, so I bought a ton of dip powder colors, basically at-home acrylic. Okay, well, all of those things, like I said, justifiable. You guys tell me all the time how organized I am and how focused I am on my goals, but really, not always. I feel the same. If I'm not able to work things in my budget to make me happy, I won't stick with the budget. I will quit. Yeah. Yes, that's a great idea, Jesse. Build a sinking fund for just blow money. I think I'm going to do that. I have a lot of sinking funds right now, and I've been trying to focus more on saving this year, and that's been kind of a struggle to find the balance between saving, spending, and paying down debt. Like, I almost feel like I'm trying to stretch my money in too many different places. So I need to look at my budget overall and make some changes. We've been lowering some of our areas of budgeting. But then we've also added a few things. We signed up for HBO Max to try that out. And we also signed up for Spotify Premium. Just things to kind of help with the idea of going into possibly another year of isolating and staying home and not doing anything. I was feeling kind of overwhelmed about that and looking for ways to kind of get us over that hump and help with the idea of being stuck at home for even longer. So we signed up for a couple of those things. So we're just shifting our budget around a little bit with that in mind. I'll end up being $200 over my $300 monthly spending allowances. Thank you, stimulus. Yeah. I think that's okay, though. If you're not going into debt and really derailing your progress and your goals, I think it's okay. You guys see this giant mess here? What did I tell you? Desperately need to get my life organized. I think we have to have rewards now and then. Yes, I agree. I work out to get endorphins. I hate shopping. I do spend too much on supplements. Try watching some of these minimalist videos. The less we own, the less we have to take care of and move to clean. That's really great. I wish I was one of those people that got enjoyment from working out. I'm not. I'd watch a lot of minimalists on YouTube, and I'm always jealous of that mindset of being able to be happy with less, and I feel like you're absolutely right. It would definitely help with the clutter and the chaos that is my house. I'm just not there yet. I usually satisfy my shopping purchases by shopping for household items. Yeah, that's exactly what I did this week, and that was good. Like I said, it was all stuff we needed. I got some food storage containers, which will help with my weight loss journey. Justify. And a few other odds and ends for my kitchen that we've really been putting off. So, good morning, Ashley. Same. I wish I liked working out, but I don't. Victoria, I know that there are people out there that love working out. They look forward to it. It gives them a rush, and people say there's so much energy that they get from working out. It's not that I don't believe them, I've just never had that experience. Even when I was working out regularly, I was going to the gym on a daily basis. I never loved it or looked forward to it. Or maybe I looked forward to it to just like get out of my house, but it was never like my favorite part of the day. I never found that I had more energy from it. Maybe there's just different types of people, but that was never my experience. I'm finally free on a Sunday to hop on your live. Hi, Marie. Thanks for joining us today. Best part of your day, really? Yeah, no, that's never been my experience. Maybe it's just about finding the right workout. I don't know. I'm so out of shape that every workout I do, even just walking on my treadmill, is hard. And it gets easier, but it's never something that I'm like excited about celebrating my workout. I don't know. We have a small house, so I try to declutter as much as we can because we don't have much space for storage. Jennifer, that is my problem. I don't have very much space, but I like stuff. I hate the clutter, but I like all the stuff. So I think the only option for me is just to have more space someday. I work out. Okay, I've walked 3 miles a day. You know what happened afterwards? I fell asleep. Yes, Victoria, that's always my experience too. I've never, ever felt more energized or happier after working out. You can get there too. I lift weights through, though. Cardio is boring. Okay. Maybe that's, I don't know. Maybe if I was going and working out and seeing a lot of results, that would trigger that happiness in my brain, but nope, it's not for me. I don't like working out, but if I do it first thing in the morning, I am more energetic throughout the day. Laura is the opposite. So yeah, maybe there's just 2 types of people in the world, at least in terms of working out. I hate working out and wish I liked it too. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I was the type that loved working out and just really cut off on eating vegetables, but it's not who I am, guys. I feel alive. I think that's what I like. Well, that's awesome that it works for you, Melissa. And I've heard it from a lot of people and in a lot of places that it makes them feel happier, stronger, better, more energetic. Just makes me feel tired. And it's a reminder of how out of shape I am and how far I've let myself kind of go. So, not my favorite. I used to do the Wii Fit back a few years ago. And that I did like. I did enjoy that. I would get on my little Wii and do all the exercises and things. That was kind of fun. But it wasn't really like, I didn't really feel like it was a workout. It felt more like playing a game. So maybe that's the trick. But I suck at budgeting. So there you go. Everybody has their thing. Budget burnout is so real. 2020 was a good year for us budget-wise. Paid off all credit card debt and sold our camper and motorcycle. Congratulations. Next up is my vehicle, and I'm dragging my feet because it seems so huge. You've made so much progress. That's amazing. Going back to what you said about finding something you like, I was doing hot yoga for a while and loved that. I still fell asleep after classes, but I enjoyed it in the process. So yeah, maybe it's just about finding the right workout. Bonnie says, it makes me tired. I'm out of shape, but I also have fibromyalgia, so it makes me achy too. Yeah, that's tough. It makes me feel sweaty and out of shape, but I force myself to focus on how good I know it is for me. I do much better if I work out in a fun way or with friends. Yeah, Marie, when I was going to the gym every day, I was meeting a friend there, and so it was not just about working out, it was a social interaction, and that helped. Obviously, we're not doing that right now. Hi, Chrissy! I don't like working out, but I enjoy going for walks. Good morning, Crystal! I organize for my space and not my stuff, and purge on a regular basis, which is very freeing. Okay, that's great that that works for you, Ashley. Workouts I enjoy: playing sports, chasing Ani, and swimming. Workouts I hate: lifting weights and running, which are what I do most days. Yeah, what are some workouts that if you love working out, what are your favorite workouts? I know one of you said lifting weights. I'm sorry, I don't remember who. You guys are like, there's lots of you in here today. Working out is hard, but once you make it a priority and start seeing results, then it becomes less annoying. I have been walking on my treadmill nearly every single day as part of my morning routine, and it's just not fun. It's good. I'm glad that I have my treadmill, and it's better than not having it, but it's just not fun. I don't like it. I think I would feel better if I was walking outside with a friend or with my husband and, enjoying nature and stuff, but it's cold here, so we wouldn't be doing that anyway. I became debt-free last September, and come November and December, my budget went out the window. Oh, that's tough. You worked so hard to get towards the goal, and then you hit that goal, and then you kind of floundered, I would imagine. That's tough. I hope you were able to get it back under control. Just like every day takes repetition and practice to get better at it. Just a thought. Good morning, Kathy. I ate peppers the other night. I made fajitas, and I thought, oh my God, Crystal would be so proud. I still hate vegetables, but I'm trying to get there. Good for you. You have to have some great music, pre-workout, cute leggings, and a workout partner. See, I'm missing the workout partner. Working out for me has always been more of a social interaction, and can't really have that. Definitely nobody in my house is going to work out with me. Definitely not. My husband will go on walks for me if I ask him really nicely, but not in the dead of winter. Maybe come spring. Now that I'm getting up at 5 a.m., I've been doing these weird indoor walking workouts I found on YouTube because they're quiet and don't wake anyone else up, but I listen to an audiobook, so it works. Okay, Marie, hey, that's awesome. I used to do those Leslie Sansone Walk Away the Pounds videos. Those are okay. Have you tried audiobooks during your walking? I'm not an audiobook person. I'm not at all. My husband loves audiobooks. He's constantly got an audiobook playing in his ear. I can't focus on them. I get distracted and I miss half of what is being said in my ear. I have to physically read a book. Otherwise, it doesn't even register with my brain. I'm the same way with podcasts. I can't listen to a podcast and do something else at the same time. I know a lot of people use podcasts and audiobooks to listen to while they're cleaning or while they're doing other things, and I'm just one of those people that can't walk and chew gum at the same time. I gotta focus on one or the other. A lot of times I won't even listen to music when I'm cleaning. Just the type of person I am. Maybe listen to your favorite podcast while you're on the treadmill. Usually, I try to just watch YouTube videos or something while I'm on the treadmill. But again, I have a hard time focusing on more than one thing at once. I need someone to work out with me and be accountable to. I am not internally motivated to work out. Okay, maybe we can do like a weekly workout check-in in the Facebook group. I have really, really been loving the Facebook group to help keep me accountable, to help keep me motivated. For those of you who have not joined my Facebook group, it's Jwhackers Fans and Friends. We've been having a ton of fun over there. It is a private Facebook group, so no one but who is in the group will be able to see what you're posting. I've had people post like before and after photos of their organization projects, people sharing their to-do lists and just motivating and helping one another out. It's a really, really great space. So go and join the Facebook group if you're into that sort of thing. I've been loving it. Good morning from Houston. How's the weather there? Still snowing here, it looks like. Let's see. Same for me. I'm a Zumba instructor. Now we do it virtually. I've never done Zumba. Nothing better than dancing with my friends, but I guess being together online is the next best thing. Yep. I love music. My daily playlist is one of the biggest things that keep me positive and motivated. What do you use to listen to your music? Are you like a Spotify person? Do you maybe share that playlist? I use Spotify. That's why I ask. When I was walking, I enjoyed listening to music and podcasts because it felt like I wasn't alone in misery. I did best working out when I went to the Y and did the same daily classes. The other people held me accountable. Stupid COVID, yeah. I find myself saying stupid COVID at least once a day these days. Find an activity or machine you enjoy. Weather is yucky. Oh, that's no good. I would love to share my playlist. Yeah, I would love it if you would. Are you making coffee?
Mm-hmm. I'm always making coffee. What are you talking about?
You want to top me off here?
I made a K-cup. I can't really top off.
Okay, well, make a K-cup.
I can't really top off a coffee. I can make a whole one.
Thank you. We have been using far too many K-cups. Ever since we got the Keurig machine and we got rid of our Ninja, we've been using way too many K-cups. I had a feeling that was going to happen. They're just so darn convenient. That sounds good. Some days I listen to it 4 to 5 times over. It really picks me up. Yes, definitely share that. I would love that. I love listening to playlists that other people have created to see what kind of songs they enjoy. Definitely can't top off a K-cup. Yes, we have the reusable filter. We have the machine that does single cups or a full pot. So we are capable of using the ground coffee, and we have the ground coffee. We just have been lazy. I'm at the point of my cutting out caffeine journey where I need to reduce it again, but I don't wanna. I'm impressed with your ability to reduce caffeine. That's pretty much the only vice that I have left outside of like my comfort eating, which is something I'm trying desperately to stop. I used to be a smoker. I quit back in 2012. I don't drink a whole lot, but caffeine's one of those things that I just don't want to give up. Thank you, sweetheart. It's a little less convenient, but it saves money and less waste. Yes, that was the reason we originally bought the Ninja, so that we weren't using K-cups. But then when we got the Keurig again, yeah, that's something we're going to have to work on. The idea that we had when we bought the Keurig was that we would use ground coffee 90% of the time and only use K-cups about 10% of the time. This past week, I think we did the opposite. But sometimes, the convenience wins out. Good morning, Kat. Good morning, Janice. I'll go huge chunks of time where I have no caffeine, then I backslide. When I started staying home, I went like 3 months. Wow. After my second kid, I became a full-fledged coffee addict. My husband drinks more coffee than anyone I've ever met. I don't think a minute goes by that he doesn't have coffee in his hand or at the ready. It's terrible, terrible how much coffee he drinks. And he puts half and half in it, so that's not good either. When we first met, he was drinking coffee black. And he was drinking something like 12 cups a day or something ridiculous. He's cut way back from that number, but yeah, he drinks a lot of coffee. My issue is I really want to cut the artificial sweetener out. I don't like coffee or tea, so diet sodas are my only source of caffeine. Yeah, those artificial sweeteners are no good. I thought I could use my new washer and dryer. Just delivered this morning, but I can't. My current drain hose doesn't fit, so we need to go buy a new one. Oh, Janice, that's so frustrating. You drink 3 cups before 8 a.m. 8 a.m. is my wake-up time. I so admire those people that can get up early and hit the ground running. That's just, it doesn't work with our routine here.
Makes me sick.
I was trying to get up at 5 a.m. I did for a while, but all of the things that I was trying to accomplish were waking up my family, and it was just not a good situation. So I wake up at 8 a.m. and I do my morning routine, and it's been working out great. But I wish I could do it a little bit earlier. Just doesn't work with kind of the stage of life we're in our household. So I have it. Victoria, yes. You talk in your little comment here about having a good routine going, and now you have it more than ever with your caffeine. That's how I was when I tried to give up caffeine. I did really, really well. I was off caffeine for, I think, 2 or 3 weeks. And then when I kind of broke down and had coffee, I couldn't get enough. And I do that with dieting too. I'll do really, really, really well with dieting and eating really healthy and really clean. And then I'll backslide a little bit, and then I'll binge everything in the cabinet. So that all or nothing kind of thing that we talked about, that's how I am. So I've been trying really hard to be balanced with my, healthy eating lifestyle, and not tell myself I can't have something, because that's a surefire way to make me wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and raid the pantry. I wouldn't give caffeine up if I liked it in a form other than with a bunch of artificial sweetener. Yeah, that makes sense, Marie. That all or nothing is everywhere, all aspects of my life. Yes, I Oh, you just woke up. What did you miss? Well, we've been talking about breaking down big goals into smaller pieces so that they're easy to tackle. We've been talking about sort of all or nothing approaches to things and how that doesn't always work. What else have we talked about? A lot this morning. Lots of budgeting talk. I always sit down to do these live chats with kind of an idea of what I want to talk about in my mind, and we always go off on tangents of other things, which is totally fine and fun. Let's see. I guess I could work on taking Christmas down until my husband gets home from work. I'm trying to text him about the washer, but he is a bus driver, so not easy to get a hold of. Well, I hope you're able to get your washing machine figured out and get it running. I have to do laundry today, too. I love my daily walks. Unfortunately, with Minnesota, is that what MN is, Minnesota? Winters, it's too cold out. I totally get that, Jesse. I made homemade oatmeal cream pies for my son yesterday and wanted one, but settled for the cookie part and no filling. Did you film that, Crystal? Because I remember you saying you were going to make those, and I would love that recipe. Good morning, Christy. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. I guess I could eat a bunch of chocolate. It has caffeine, right? It sure does. That might not be good either. Yeah. I love chocolate. It's one of those things that I can't cut out of my diet because I will go without it for a while and then I will eat a lot to make up for it. I had to add those 5 points to my day, but it was worth it. Yeah, sometimes it's worth it to have the little treat. In fact, I am of the opinion that it's always worth it to have a little treat as long as you can, in moderation. Trying to be motivated when we hate working out. Yes, that was what we were talking about too. Workouts that are fun, leave them for suggestions because I've yet to find a workout I love. Today I'm hoping to rearrange our living room and put away all the boxes of Christmas stuff. I'm also hosting a memorial of a very close friend tonight. Oh, I'm sorry for your loss, Corinne. You're going to post that recipe on Tuesday. I look forward to it. It ended up being 5 milligrams of sodium per cream sandwich, so he was so happy. Oh, I'm so glad you were able to find something that he can enjoy. We ate out yesterday, treated our daughters to Subway for doing so well in school. I didn't. Oops. My husband and I used a gift card that we got for Christmas, and we did carry out from Red Lobster and had a little date night in, which was so lovely. We love Red Lobster. We love seafood, and that's actually where we went on our first date together, was Red Lobster. So we love, love, love that place. I like your idea of weekly chats about fitness routine to keep each other motivated. Yeah, so I guess the best place to do that is definitely in the Facebook group. Once again, you guys, if you are not a member of my Facebook group, it's Jwhackers Fans and Friends, and we have a lot of fun over there. You can also, if you're not a Facebook person, you can tag me on Instagram with your workouts and your motivation for all things kind of goal, budget, lifestyle related. I'm at Jwhackers over on Instagram if you're not following me over there. We have been pretty much on lockdown here since mid-November. Couldn't buy anything deemed non-essential. Just yesterday they lifted that, and apparently the stores are bonkers this weekend as a result. I can imagine. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I bought 2 large bags of those chocolate brittle on a Saturday and finished both before the week started. Oh, oops. Yeah. That stuff's so good. That brownie brittle. Oh, so good. Kat, see if you can find the little bags. If you decide that you want to have it in your house again, don't buy them in the big bag. Try to find the little individual bags. Maybe that would help keep you under control. Ani and I made muffins on Friday, and they were so good. They're already gone. Yeah, I'm a sweets fan. I don't keep a lot of sweet treats in my house because I for sure will eat them all. Granted, they were fairly healthy for a muffin. I need to establish some routines. That's when I feel sane-ish. I love a good routine. Good to know. I won't even buy them. Yeah, they're dangerous. Good morning, Chrissy. How do you like that snow today? Do you have snow where you are? For those of you that don't know, Chrissy at the Mom Life is a fellow Michigander. She lives pretty close. So we always chit-chat about the weather. Oh, you had that problem with the brownie brittle too, Chrissy. Yeah, it's so good. I've been able to portion out one serving or even half a serving sometimes just to get a little something sweet. Half a serving is 3 points, and it's just a few bites, but it's done the trick for me. Oh, good idea. I need to find the tiny bags, but now that I know how they taste, not sure if I want to risk it. I hear that. My son loves to bake, and he wants to make lemon bars today. I love anything lemon. Yum. So for us, we had snow falling when I woke up this morning. It was so beautiful. Seems to have stopped now, but I think we're supposed to get a couple of inches over the course of the next couple of days. And I don't have anywhere that I have to be. I don't have to drive in it, so I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm praying my area of New York is done with snow for the season. We made national news from that stupid storm back in December. Yes, I saw that. Wow, that was crazy. We're supposed to get up to nearly 80 degrees, and it's super humid. That Texas life. I'm jealous. I cannot wait for spring and summer. As much as I love looking at the snow, I'm not really a winter person. I tend to get seasonal depression with all of the gray weather and being stuck inside. Of course, we've been stuck inside all year, so I'm sort of used to that at this point, but I'm looking forward to springtime. It's been a very mild winter here, though, for the most part. It's raining for the first time in Southern California. It's not always sunny and 75. We'll enjoy the rain. Negative 30 Celsius with the wind chill currently here. Oh my goodness. We have a few months, yes. Winter here in Michigan lasts forever. We do get 4 seasons, but winter seems to be the most prevalent here. I made batches of mini muffins yesterday for weekly prep. There are 5 left. That's the way it goes in my house with anything sweet. Chrissy says New York was even in the Austrian news because of the snow. Yeah, that was crazy. Jesse, any tips on sticking to budgets? You are always very good at being consistent. Thank you. Well, not always. I think that my biggest tip for sticking to a budget is to be realistic. Be realistic about, what your spending really looks like. I always recommend when people first start out budgeting that they spend a couple of weeks just tracking their spending and seeing where their money is going. And just be realistic. Don't try to tell yourself you're only going to spend $30 on groceries if you usually spend $200, because that's not realistic. Take a look at your spending, see where you can cut things back, build in a buffer, some room for error. That way you don't have to beat yourself up if you go a little bit over budget. And, give yourself some grace. It takes a while to get a feel for how much is reasonable to spend in different areas. And if you know that you struggle in certain areas of spending, try the cash system. That really worked for me in terms of keeping my spending under control was giving myself cash for areas of my spending. I know it's hard right now to use cash, um, but that really worked for me. It's cold and gray and disgusting in Missouri today. Sorry. That is such crappy weather. I hate that. It really affects my mood. Same for me. It's been hard adjusting to living in Minnesota for this Moroccan girl. Oh, Jess, you are so good. How are you liking your Franken planner so far? Oh my god, I'm loving it. I'm in that sort of honeymoon phase with it where I just am sitting here constantly opening it and looking at all of the different pages and moving things around and making it work for me. I'm really, really loving it. I want to do some videos on like plan with me's maybe in there, showing you guys what I've done in there, but it's so much fun. I've had good luck swapping blended oats for flour in other recipes, so I'm hoping it works better. Fiber, if nothing else. Good. Any tips for budgeting with no job and a depleted savings? Um, I think that in that case, your best bet is to do as Dave Ramsey says and focus on your four walls first. Take care of keeping the roof over your head and keeping the lights on, and you know, make calls to companies and explain your situation, see if they can work with you. That's a really, really tough situation to be in, and I know that a lot of people are finding themselves in that situation. That would be my recommendation. Don't worry about, you know, credit card payments or hospital bills. Just worry about keeping the lights on, keeping food in your belly. That would be my best advice. I'm sorry you're struggling. Our daughter decided to sell. My gosh, you guys, my eyes are so bad. Her Bliss Lights skylight, since she has LED lights now. My heart, she said, to put it towards our generator fund. Oh, how sweet. I love watching you do the budgets. It's so satisfying. When I do our bills, I listen to music. I love working with numbers. Well, thank you. Lots of good advice here in the live chat. She's 11, and I hate that she even has to offer that. It's so sweet, though. She knows we have goals. I think it's great that you're sharing your goals and your financial journey um, with your daughter. I think that there's a real lack of financial education and, talking about money and debt and things has a real taboo on it. And I feel like a lot of people would be in less dire straits when it comes to finances if it was talked about more regularly and it wasn't such a taboo topic. And it's really, really important to me to teach my children how to budget and to talk to them about, the financial mistakes we've made so that hopefully they don't make the same mistakes. Um, when I was growing up, we were pretty poor. We never knew it. We never knew that my parents struggled because it was not something that we talked about. And that's good in a lot of ways, but never really knowing my parents' struggle and what they went through, I feel like was sort of a disservice because it led me to believe that, everything was going to be fine no matter what. And I didn't get to see them sort of work through those struggles. And so when it comes to finances in my family, I try to be really open and honest with my kids, and we talk about Um, like I said, the mistakes we've made and the triumphs that we've had with our debt-free journey, and talking about how giving up a little bit now means that we'll be able to have more in the future. I don't know. I think that's just something really important. Did you make a decision on your Fix box? I think I'm going to send everything back. It's still all sitting here. I haven't sealed my little mailer up yet because I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I think I'm going to send it all back. I feel like I'm not in love with anything, and that should be the goal, is to love whatever it is I purchase. So I think I'm just going to send it all back. Try again next month. I get a Stitch Fix box every month because I have the Style Pass, so maybe next month will be a winner. I love filming those videos, though. It's so much fun to play dress up, and you guys seem to really like those videos, too. Take it easy on yourself. You got this. Personally, companies seem to be understanding, especially more lately. Yes. Hi, Mrs. M. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. You looked so cute in the olive green color. It brought out your eyes. Well, thank you. I really like that one, too. I wish that the fit was better. If it had fit me better, I for sure would have bought that one because I thought that it was reasonably priced. It was really cute. I really liked the color as well, but the fit was just off. And unfortunately, with Stitch Fix, I'm right at the top end of their sizing, so I couldn't size up. I'm not sure that sizing up necessarily would have fixed the problems I was having with it, but it would have been nice to be able to try a size up. But unfortunately, Stitch Fix goes, to a 3X, and that's it. They don't go any higher than that. So, just not quite right. I feel when I was growing up, everything was hidden because they wanted to protect. I'm so more open with my kids. Yeah, I definitely feel like my parents were just trying not to make us kids worry or be stressed out. And I think that there's something to be said for that. Obviously, I would never want my kids to feel as though, our financial situation would make them insecure or anything like that. But I think it's important to, teach our children about money in a way that's not going to cause them anxiety or fear or anything like that. We don't want her going through some of the things we've been through, yes. I don't think you loved everything but looked good in everything. Thank you, Kat. You're so sweet. Sending it all back was my vote. I could tell it was setting, not like, oh my god, I love this. Yeah, I wasn't in love with anything. I love your channel as well. Chrissy, yay. Thinking now to sit down with the kids, well, the two older ones, and show them about budgeting and saving. Our son saved up to buy an Xbox One, took him about a year, and made him so proud. I feel like kids definitely appreciate things more when they have to work for them. For sure. My son just turned 18, so we've been spending a lot of time lately talking to him about finances. He's got a lot more responsibilities now that he's an adult and really managing his money better. Talking about the possibility of him getting a credit card to start building his credit. Big, big, big talks. I mean, we've always kind of talked to him about budgeting, and it's always been important to me to teach my kids life skills, like how to do laundry and how to cook and how to change a tire. But now it's kind of more in practice than just in theory because he's an adult now. I'm trying to teach my daughter early on about money than how I was brought up. I don't want her to struggle. Yeah. What are your plans for today? My plans for today, laundry, cleaning up my house because it looks like a bomb went off in here. And that's pretty much it. Maybe we'll play some more video games. We pulled out old school PlayStation games and we were playing Legend of Dragoon last night, which is a lot of fun. So we might do some more of that. And then just in general get ready for next week. Maybe see if the library has the Dave Ramsey Jr. edition. Any suggestion on other places to sell items? Have you tried, I'm sure you've heard of Poshmark online, Facebook Marketplace. There's also Mercari, which is sort of like an online used item platform. I'm not really familiar with any other places. Jesse, what is your why for getting out of debt? Okay, well, when I started my budgeting journey, it was just to, be able to make the ends meet. We were really stretched trying to pay everything, and I was just tired of always being broke. Right now, my focus is paying down debt so that we can hopefully at some point in the future buy some land and be able to upgrade our living situation, have some more space. That's really what we're focusing on right now, paying off debt, cleaning up our credit so that we can hopefully get a home loan someday. We're still a few years out from that, I think, but we're working on it. We paid off our mobile home last year, and that was wonderful and felt so good to be able to do, but it's not our forever home. We're loving it, and we're, making it what we want it to be for now, but ultimately we do want to have some more space. My parents got me a credit card when I was 17, and I've had it since then. It was very low limit and lots of conversations about interest and good credit being responsible. Kids had a few dollars they wanted to spend on certain food this weekend, and they knew Mommy was grocery shopping, so they asked Daddy if they could go to Kroger and use their money. Absolutely, yeah. Kids appreciate things more when they pay for them, I'm telling you. Best thing when kids start working is to have them open a Roth IRA. Yep, good advice. Haven't thought. Let's see. I'm so happy they did that with me. Still have that credit card as my only one, and while it has a much bigger limit these days, the lessons they taught me are still there. Yes, I love that. We've been talking to Robbie about credit cards, trying to decide if we want him to open a credit card or if we want to have him be an authorized user on our credit card. I don't know, we're still kind of hemming and hawing about that. But obviously the lesson has been taught. We've talked to him over and over and over again about not spending money he doesn't have, that sort of thing. The earlier they start, the better off they will be when they're older. Yeah, that really is amazing, Marie. All right, you guys. Well, we have already passed that 1 hour mark. I try to keep these chats a little bit shorter. I would sit here and chit-chat with you guys for 6 hours, but I need to get on with the rest of my day, and I'm sure you all have a ton of stuff to do as well. What is on your to-do list for today? Let me know. What do you hope to accomplish today? Like I said, laundry for me. It's always laundry on Sundays. My middle son is really good with his money. My oldest is an impulse. Spends, and yeah. that's how it is in my house too. My youngest son is really, really great about saving money. My oldest son wants to spend, spend, spend. Was wondering about the authorized user. When my score is higher, I think I'm going to add my boys. I've heard it helps their score. Yep, I'm taking advantage of having voices and putting away. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for the live. Have an amazing day, everyone. Thank you. Lots of great conversations about credit. Maybe this is something we can continue to discuss in the Facebook group. I hope you all have a really, really wonderful day and a wonderful week. We will be back next week. I'm hoping next week we can do like a live Q&A where we can just do a question and answer session. I've had lots of people ask me budgeting questions and questions about other things. So I'm going to try to remember when I film my budget videos this week to do sort of a call for questions, and maybe we'll do like a live Q&A. Let me know what you guys think about that. But all right, you guys, I'm going to go now. Hope you all have a wonderful week. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, everyone.